Hey guys, it's me, Deshinster17, with a bit of a different styled video today. So if you guys have been sticking around the channel for long enough, you could tell that my hardest demons in Geometry Dash have changed quite a bit. Well, I'm going to be going over all my new hardests and giving you a bit of an insight about them. Let's go. So first we have Deadly Clubstep. It is a pretty difficult hard demon that I beat on May 6, 2022. And this marks the first hardest I've done and uploaded onto YouTube. It's a pretty bad level. It's also like really hard and all that. It took me like way longer than I thought it would, with 3k attempts and like a few streams where I played this. But the attempt that I beat it, I didn't actually record, so you can only see my fails, which is kind of embarrassing, to be honest. It's literally because I beat this on my first attempt after practicing on that day, and I wasn't expecting it to be beaten so fast, but I did. So I might re-beat it, but we'll just have to wait and see if that happens. Next up we have Windy Landscape. Of course, this is going to be like my first insane demon and my new hardest. You gotta keep in mind, I was also playing this on 60 Hz. It's really hard to do things on 60 Hz. So this was pretty impressive for me, at the very least. I did this as a part of my 100 sub special because I was grinding this in the middle of my 100 sub special. I was thinking I could probably do this while I'm making these series of videos. So I decided to just complete it. I had a bit of a bad time with this level, especially with the last jump fail, but honestly that was just kind of funny. Finally! Yes! Yes! Next up is the infamous Necropolis. Of course, everyone who's like been to my Necropolis streams and VCs where I was playing this, everyone should know this level. Doing this level on 60 Hz is crazy. This took me 7k attempts, and I beat this around 16 days after I did Windy Landscape. It's not necessarily that the whole level's hard. The first half is not that bad. It's just the second half that makes this so bad and frustrating. My worst fail on this was on 92, but I did manage to recover from that 92 and beat it shortly afterwards. 7k attempts to do this is honestly kind of small for 60 Hz and a hard insane demon, so I'm pretty proud of this, and this stayed as my hardest for quite a while. Yes! 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 I did it! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Next up, we have Accu, my first extreme demon and the next new hardest. Of course, as you know, I was still playing on 60 Hz, so this was like a huge pain to beat still, but it didn't nearly feel as painful as Necropolis for some reason. Maybe it's just because of the unbalancing of that level, but honestly just had a bit more fun with Accu than anything. Also, I fluked the ending of Accu, which is really surprising because the ending is supposedly one of the harder parts of the level. So yeah, Accu is a really good level to do as your first extreme, and it's very Hertz friendly, and I definitely think like this is the mark of a new era of my GD skill. Because I did this on July, while Necropolis was on June. You notice how short these gaps are for these new artists. It's going to be a kind of a recurring theme, so just keep in mind for that. It took me 9k attempts to beat this, which I'm surprised I did this in under 10k, but I don't know. No way. No way. No way. No way! No way!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're actually—
No way! Up next, we have Falling Up. This was a very interesting level. For one, it's the first new hardest I've done on 75 Hz. But it's also like, it was a pretty unique experience. This was originally supposed to be a level where there was like an edited video of them. It was showcasing my fails and all that, but my editor was like malfunctioning, so I just decided to upload the raw footage of it. This was also the first level that I used OBS on instead of Streamlabs, and for some reason that switch was able to get me the W on this level like really shortly afterwards. As you know now, it's like they're both malfunctioning, but that's besides the point. Anyways, yeah, Falling Up, I only died to the ending duel once, which is really lucky for me. This was actually not that bad of a level. I kinda had fun. Yes! 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 Oh my god! Yes! I beat it! Up next, we have Allegiance. Allegiance? Yeah, Allegiance. Okay. So, Allegiance is a really hard level. I mean, it is considered as a beginner extreme of some sort, but it's just like on the mark between beginner and starting to like step out of beginner territory. This is a really unbalanced level, I should say. It's very inconsistent. The drop killed me more than it probably should have. 80% was like the main choke point for me. It was so bad. I remember when I beat this, I couldn't even like form words. Like I couldn't say anything. I just started like breathing heavily. I just couldn't believe it. I thought I was dreaming because I was playing for an hour and a half in that session. So you could obviously tell how tired I was of the level until I beat it. So anyways, this level, while it's decent, it's like stupidly inconsistent, and this was definitely a level that stayed as my hardest for a while. Up next, we have Deception Dive. I beat this level on the same day, in fact the same stream, as Crimson Clutter, which is insane to think about. Then again, this was also the time when I got that new PC, so I was playing on 360. Yeah, I don't know. Deception Dive is a pretty bad level. It's as you already know, insanely unbalanced, which is supposed to be the level's purpose, but it's not really a good concept to use for a level. I remember before the stream, I was playing Deception Dive very often, but I just couldn't get past 70% range area. Campux's part, bro. I just couldn't pass it at all. And then on the stream, I was able to get get to Krampus for the first time on that stream and just beat it from there. Like, it was so stupid. But yeah, it only took me like 5k attempts, including old ones, so you could just subtract the amount on that total. And I did this on January of 2023, so now we're entering the current year, and we are now heading into some really hard levels. Although there is only 2 levels left anyways. Are you joking? How? How? Next up, we have Conical Depression. Now, this is a interesting level because this was supposed to be a level that was replacing Peroxism before I did the jump. I was taking a break for Peroxism because I was getting so overwhelmed from the level, so I decided to do Conical Depression as like a bit of a break. But it wasn't nearly as much as a break as I thought it was. It was extremely painful. I remember beating this and I started like tearing up. Like, I was so over this level. Like, I did not want to play it anymore. Especially considering the fact that I got 85 somehow. Like, that was a horrible choke that could have been easily avoided. Nevertheless, this is actually the first level that took me more than 10k attempts to beat. I honestly like the level, I really do. It's like not that bad. It's just my grind was just terrible. But yeah, this was during the Peroxism grind, and as you know, after I beat this, I returned back to Peroxism, and I did the unthinkable. It's over. It's over. Yes. 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 Yep, I finally finished off Peroxism on March 13th, 2023. As a bit of an insight, I picked this level up on December of 2022. So I was at this level for like 3 to 4 months, which, given all the breaks that I took, like the hiatus and like trying to get as consistent as I can with the level, it makes sense why it was taking so long. This took me 30k attempts to do, and this was originally supposed to start off as a jump from Deception Dive or Allegiance. It was one of those two. But as you know, I couldn't do it. I got a lot of fails close to beating it, like 95 and all that, and I decided to do Conical as a break, and then I returned back. I beat this a day after I got my new mouse, which is really funny because I was performing horrible with the old one, and with this new one I beat this like really fast. Like, it was literally like a few attempts after I got 98, which is really funny. But yeah, Peroxism, you guys already know, it's like, it used to be on the extended list, but now it's like not. So as you can obviously tell, it was like a really, really, really hard level and a really big milestone for me. And I don't know what else to say. It was just monumental level that I ended up doing. Just like that! Just like that! Wow! Wow! Yes! Before I end the video, I want to leave off some honorable mentions. First off, we have Asmodeus. It was second hardest in my opinion, which is why it's an honorable mention. It's so hard. It's so unbalanced. Like, it was crazy. It's Like, the pre-jump is definitely one of the hardest parts of the level. And even so, there's still, like, a lot of these choke points all around that was just so annoying. It was so bad. But despite that, I honestly thought the level was pretty decent, so yeah, it was just a pretty brutal level, but not nearly as brutal as Peroxism. There we go! Yes! Yes! Oh my god. My heart. The last level that I'm going to include in this video is Anoxicism, the sequel to Peroxism, and what Peroxism could have been. It's so fun. It's such a great level. It's really good. This was also considered a second hardest. I just have nothing but compliments for this level. It's really good. Now, I'll admit it is pretty annoying. It could be kind of bothersome to learn, but it gets consistent really fast, and I honestly really like the level. I beat it like 43 attempts after a 95 fail, so yeah, you can get consistent with this level pretty quickly, to be honest, yeah. Yeah, that's all I have to say. That's all the levels that I felt like including, and it's just a quick little video that I wanted to upload, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Let's go! Oh my god!
Means he can hard click like
No, it's not, it wasn't
Holy
8 CPS. It was like 12 CPS with good.
Holy crap!
Yeah, that means he can hard click at like way faster CPS than
It
most
wasn't
people
really
can.
hard. Oh yeah, it was probably hard.